Hi everyone, I thought we'd do a fun snowman centerpiece. So you're going to need a tray for this, and I'm just going to use this tray. I think later I'm going to change it to a red tray that I have, but this one's going to work for right now. And I have some rock salt that's used for ice cream, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill this up with the rock salt. I also have a little package of tiny Christmas trees that I got at Dollar Tree. I sprinkled down some red glitter. You can use whatever color you want, or you could just leave these plain, but I thought it would just make them stand out a little bit since the ones I picked didn't have any color on them. Now if you found green ones, I didn't see anything that was green. You could also put some like dabs of white paint on it and make it look like they're snowy. So I'm just putting some Mod Podge on top of here with a paintbrush. And I'm going to just roll it around in the glitter. I ended up sprinkling the glitter on instead of rolling it. It just went on easier for me that way. And now I'm going to let those dry and go on to the next thing. Next I'm going to start making the snowman, and I'm going to try to fit 4 into this tray. I purchased some styrofoam balls from the Dollar Tree, and I purchased one that was a little bit smaller than the other size to be the head. And then I took a toothpick and I inserted it halfway down into the top of the ball. And then I'm taking the other ball and I'm pushing that down all the way to the top. For their scarves, I cut out strips of felt and then I fringed the edge. So I just used a little dab of hot glue, not much, and it actually clings to the styrofoam really well. You can also use other material for the scarf, but it won't cling as good as the felt does. For the arms, I'm taking black pipe cleaners and folding them in half and then cutting them with some needle nose pliers. It just pushes down in the styrofoam ball, and if it gives you a little bit of trouble, take something like a wooden skewer and help make a hole for it before pushing it in. So I'm just taking a little dab of glue and gluing a white pom-pom on. The pipe cleaners and the pom-poms, I got them both at the Dollar Tree. Next I did the mouths, and then I did the nose. So for the mouths, I used black puffy paint and just made little dots on it. You could also use a black Sharpie or some regular paint. For the nose, I got some orange pipe cleaners at Dollar Tree, and I bent it over longer than what I was going to need so I could push that inside the styrofoam ball. I cut it off with my pliers. I used a wooden skewer to punch a hole down into the nose where the nose was going to go so it would go in easily. Next I did the eyes the same way using the puffy paint, and I elongated the eyes a little bit instead of making dots to give it more character. Now you do want to keep in mind when you're using the puffy paint that it does take longer to dry and that you can touch it and easily mess it up. So I decided I wanted earmuffs on 2 of them, and I measured a green one for this one, a green pipe cleaner, and I measured around his head and cut it a little bit longer than what I wanted it. I placed just a dab of hot glue right here and used a wooden skewer to help put it on, and then I'm going to do it to the opposite side. I'm not going to put any hot glue on anything else. And in fact, for most of this I didn't use any hot glue except for the scarf and these earmuffs. Next I'll be hot gluing on some green pom-poms. Also keep in mind when gluing it, hot gluing it, put a tiny little dab of hot glue because hot glue will melt the styrofoam. So when I got done, I added the little trees to the background, and I also placed the snowman forward and backwards so they would stand out more. And so there is my snowman centerpiece. I hope you guys like this video. Please give my video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and thank you guys for watching.